A man has been awarded $50 million after he got burned by Starbucks hot tea. Basically, he ordered the hot teas, 3 venti. The lady working the drive-thru failed to secure the lid, according to the lawsuit. And when she handed it to him, it spilled onto his lap. And everybody knows, and everyone's got opinion on the old McDonald's hot coffee lawsuit. But these are instances where, and for this guy particularly, $50 million, it fried his junk. It fried it. He had to get multiple skin grafts, and he got nerve damage. That's how hot this was. Now, you may be saying, Tim, why are you talking about this story? Because I am sick and tired of these companies doing this, serving boiling beverages. I know many of you, this is a somewhat silly issue, but it must be addressed. And $50 million, I say, is not enough. Now, you're going to be like, bro, come on. It's like one drive-through employee. Okay, hold on. There's some challenges here. You hire a minimum wage employee at your coffee shop, and she drops a coffee, and now you got to pay $50 million? That's crazy. Here's the best part. Dude would have settled for less if they apologized, and they would not do it. Now, I know why. The insurance company likely said, don't apologize. They said, if you just admit you did wrong, Starbucks, in serving boiling beverages, then we will settle for less. He said, no. The guy would have settled. Instead, a jury said, give him $50 million. The entire time, according to the court, Starbucks was trying to avoid responsibility for their policies. I don't blame the young woman who spilled the coffee, who spilled the tea. The problem is Starbucks knows, all of these companies know, they are serving scalding beverages. And I am pissed about it. This one gets my blood boiling, let me tell you. Let me give you the news first. Okay. I'll give you the news. I'm going to tell you why they should have given this guy the entire company. I'm half kidding, by the way, but $50 million don't faze me one bit. NBC News says man awarded $50 million after Starbucks hot tea causes permanent disfigurement. Michael Garcia was picking up a Postmates delivery when the drink spilled in his lap, causing third-degree burns to his penis, groin, and inner thighs. Bro, I'm going to tell you. You give me boiling liquid and it burns my junk, I'm taking you for everything you got. A California delivery driver was awarded $50 million. Michael Garcia sued the cafe chain after a tea spilled in his lap at a drive-thru and caused permanent disfigurement to his penis. His attorney, Nick Rowley, said in a press release that Garcia's life has been forever changed. No amount of money can undo the permanent catastrophic harm he has suffered. But this jury verdict is a critical step in holding Starbucks accountable for flagrant disregard for customer safety and failure to accept responsibility. Starbucks said it plans to appeal, adding that it has always been committed to the highest safety standards in our stores. We sympathize with Garcia, but we disagree with the jury's decision that we were at fault for this incident and believe the damages awarded to be excessive. No way, dude. How dare you? Bro, if they go to appeal, I hope the appellate judge is a guy and he's going to be like sitting there and he's going to have his glasses and be like, it says here that you served the man 3 boiling hot cups of tea that burned his penis off. And they're going to be like, we did, but we should have to pay. The judge is going to be like, double the award. Like, bro, any guy, double the award. Garcia, they said, we sympathize with this Garcia, but we disagree with the jury's excessive decision that we were at fault for the incident. Garcia was working as a Postmates delivery driver on February 8th, 2020, when he arrived at Los Angeles Starbucks to pick up 3 venti medicine ball teas, according to his attorneys. He was handed a cardboard carrier with the drinks at the drive-thru when a cup fell directly into his lap and the top popped off one of his drinks. Jeez. Video provided by Rowley's firm shows the Starbucks employees preparing the drinks and the moment the tea spills into his lap. Garcia's attorney argued in court that the employee at the window failed to properly secure the drink in the carrier. Garcia suffered third-degree burns to his penis, groin, and inner thigh. Rowley's firm said Garcia had 2 skin grafts to his penis at Grossman Burn Center and that any friction to the area causes him pain. The court case is reminiscent of the infamous McDonald's coffee lawsuit in 1992. 79-year-old Stella Liebeck suffered third-degree burns after McDonald's coffee spilled in her lap at a drive-thru in New Mexico. Liebeck's case is sometimes criticized as a frivolous lawsuit, but evidence at trial showed the McDonald's coffee was significantly hotter than other restaurants. According to the American Museum of Tort Law, at least 700 other people had been burned before McDonald's coffee. but before buy McDonald's coffee. Yet the company hadn't changed its policy of keeping its coffee between 180 and 190 degrees. The 79-year-old initially asked McDonald's to pay her medical bills and only filed suit after the company refused, according to the Journal of Consumer and Commercial Law. She was initially awarded $2.7 million in punitive damages, but a judge reduced the jury's verdict. Liebeck and McDonald's settled for an undisclosed amount. Let me tell you about this story, my friends. In the McDonald's case, it often gets cited. What they don't understand is that McDonald's had been warned over and over and over again that they were injuring people because they were serving boiling liquid or scalding. It's not literally boiling. And it burned this woman, causing her to require skin grafts. It fried the skin off of her body. So when she went at 79 to the company and said, please just pay the bill, that's it, they said no. Scumbags. I'll tell you why. They're insurance company. Insurance companies run the world, baby. They said, don't accept responsibility and don't pay for anything. Otherwise, we're going to pay for everybody. Yeah. Maybe you scumbag pieces of garbage should stop serving. You know how many times my mouth has been burned by Starbucks coffee? Harumph, I say. This is why I'm like, give it more money. This one really grinds my gears. So a lot of people are like, Tim, but you sell cast brew coffee. Why would you go to Starbucks? Sometimes you're on the road and we're driving for a couple of hours and I want a cup of coffee. I'm not going to bring a Keurig with me and a bag of delicious cast brew coffee from castbrew.com. Buy some today. Kidding with the sponsorship, but by all means, buy our coffee. So I got to tell you. Okay, here's how it works. McDonald's argues, all these companies argue, that the reason why they serve their coffee scalding hot is because most people, when they're buying drinks at a drive-thru, do not intend to drink them right away. And that's true. They're going to put them in the carrier, put them down in the seat, and that's it. They're going to drive to the office 15 minutes later and bring the drinks upstairs where they've cooled down a bit and are now just warm. Apparently, and I could be wrong about this, but I believe the argument, McDonald's is basically saying we sell less coffee if it's warmer because by the time people get it's cold, nobody wants drive-through coffee. So let's scald people, they said. Now, you know why Starbucks does this? Likely the same reason. It was a couple of weeks ago. We're going to D.C. I can't remember. We were in D.C. for the inauguration. We were in D.C. again for something else. And I'm like, let's stop at a Starbucks. I would like a delicious blonde roast with some heavy cream. And they serve it. And I know it's going to be hot. So I feel the cup. I got to pop the lid off. I got to touch it, make sure it's not too hot. Because I grab it and I'm like, I don't think it's too hot. Let me try and just sip it lightly. Bang, burn my tongue. And then I'm pissed. Because now, you know what it's like when you burn your mouth. Why are they selling me this coffee? I am so pissed off about this. Perhaps one of the stories that matters the least. $50 million, though. That guy's, whew. I wonder how much his law firm's probably getting a third. Starbucks gives you the coffee scalding hot. And so every single time I go to the drive-thru, I say, hey, can you put ice in it? And I say it just like that. I'll be like, hi, I'd like can I get a tall blonde roast with heavy cream? And can you put 10 pieces of ice in it because you guys burn me every single time I buy coffee? And they're like, yeah, sure. I'm kidding. I don't really do that. I just say, here's what I want to do. I'd like you to give me a cup with a few pieces of ice in it empty, then serve the coffee because I'm going to pour it into the ice so I can drink it. This one really grinds my gears. These companies know they're injuring people. They know every day they're injuring people. I'm not even joking about this, okay? This is not even meant to be silly. They know that, like this lawsuit over this guy, it's 3 teas and it poured into his lap and it burned his junk off. They know they're serving coffee that will injure people and people routinely get spills. How many stories have we not heard? Because with the McDonald's case, they mentioned 700 other people at the time had been burned, but the company would not change its policy. I'm sick of this. You know what, though? If they put up a warning, and this is what they do, so it's funny. Everybody makes fun of everybody else. Says, warning, beverage hot. They put on the cups, beverage may be hot. I think they got to change this. They should have to put a warning. Here's what you can do. You can either reduce the temperature down to something that a human being won't be burned by, or you can put on it, not caution beverage hot, but warning, this beverage is scalding and will injure you if you try to drink it. The worst thing ever. It's like we're going downtown. We're going to D.C. We're going to do a show. And I'm like, let's stop and get some really good food at Barcelona and Reston. Let's stop and grab a coffee first. I take one sip. Now I can't taste anything for the rest of the day. You get me? You get me? It's Starbucks burning people. Anyway, I'm only like half kidding. Obviously, I just don't buy Starbucks anymore. Like when I go to Starbucks now, I never go drive through. I'm like, no, pull inside. When you go inside, they don't give you the scalding hot. They give you kind of hot. When you go in the drive-thru, they make sure it's boiling. Figuratively. I don't know if they literally boil it. But you know what, man? I say this guy deserves it. You tell me. Okay? Look, if he burned his leg, I'd say maybe 50 million is too much. But they burned his penis off. Like not literally off, but like the skin came off his junk. Right? I think that's worth $50 million. That's just me. I'm going to leave it there. Stay tuned. We got more segments coming up. Stick around and we'll see you all shortly.